Ahoy there, baby dolls, and welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news. Biddy Coin hits 111,000 American dollars, cranking up through new all-time highs. That's beautiful to see. The highest daily close in Bitcoin history. And if you've been watching out here, there's been an emotional reset from everybody. Nobody is euphoric. And everyone's been saying it's because nobody owns Bitcoin. That's a bunch of BS. Everybody owns Bitcoin. That's why the Bitcoin dominance is so high. Nobody is euphoric. Why is that? Because we had an emotional reset. It's because of all the damage that was done to us recently. Okay, once you, friends, this is the thing, right? Literally just a month ago, man, we were on our knees. Okay, we're literally on our knees, and it wasn't a family-friendly reason either. We were literally getting destroyed. I mean, friends, it's so bad. Uncle Bobby sells a third of his Bitcoin. Sir Ivan, the technologist, sells a third of his Bitcoin. Ben Copen says, "You're all going home. 65,000 American dollars. You're all going home. Ethereum's going down to $400. You can't go from there to euphoria in 30 days. Okay, it's just too fast. It takes a bit longer than that. Okay, this is what we're just witnessing firsthand. Biddy Coin, though, is on its 7th green weekly candle in a row. I am still expecting at any moment now it just stops. Something comes out to kind of like screw things around and maybe like change the vibe. And perhaps, once again, friends, just perhaps there is a bit of the skitty action. It's kind of funny, man, friends. A lot of people, they try to trade Bitcoin on the breakouts. Just saying, man, it does stuff like, wow, I'm definitely not going down. Oh, yeah, I've been a bad boy. And then we can pretty much go up. So if we do something like that, don't worry. What I actually like is there's like this zone here of like 105K. So it'll be funny if it comes back here. And 105, it's still above 100. That's beautiful. It's fun, fantastic to see. Yeah, so there's actually Google trend data and everything out here. We still have near the lows of Google trend searches for Bitcoin, for crypto, for everything. There's literally everyone saying, where's retail? Where's retail? Well, they just come at different moments. You're just going to have to wait it out. This is the Biddy Coin dominance. It's at 64%. Everyone's still saying it's up only. But what you can actually do is, friends, if you go down to the daily chart, look at this, okay? This is a classical. This is how everything ends, okay? Right here. This is wild, huh? I don't know how this happens, man. I don't know. You know, I didn't even believe in Fibs. I just started seeing other people draw it. Especially I was watching BCB. I was like, oh my gosh, everything comes back to the Fib. Everything comes back to the Fibs, don't they? Oh man. And yeah, here's the thing. There's Fibs at every retracement. But most of the time in markets, they're coming around the 61.8%. Around 61. Sometimes it's super strong up here. And then if you're really weak, in the zombie virus, I think it only came back to the 50%. In the zombie virus, as in when we're going down, it only did a 50% retrace, pop, and then comes back down. I still remember that if you're trying to trade off it. So yeah, it's actually right here. And it's funny, this is how the bull market ended in 2021 when you're looking at Bitcoin's USD price chart. So here we are back here. It's kind of funny. That's why everyone comes back. I was like, oh, it's great. It's great. See, why does this happen, friends? It's because everybody here is buying the dip. That's why. That's why everybody's programmed to buy the dip. When it comes down, they come buy the dip. So, yeah, we've got plenty more to uncover around the corner there. Remember, I still maintain my position. I don't care how high the Bitcoin dominance goes, dude. I don't care. Altcoins are the infrastructure of Biddy Coin. Ethereum has the strongest fundamentals in the world. Real world assets. It has all the stable coins. It has all the tech. It has all the cypherpunks. Yeah, unfortunately, got soy. It's got soy pretty much just squirted everywhere, but it's got the strongest fundamentals out there. It's the easiest for the government to control as well. They cuddle up to the government the most, right? And Ethereum, friends, look, I'll just tell you right now, man, government's not stupid. Yeah. They know Bitcoin's trying to be a Trojan horse, okay? They know that. So when the US dollar, look, but I have a prophecy, which I'm going to tell you, it's going to happen, okay? You know these US bonds? I'll show you the US bonds. At some point in our lives, all right, this is the daily, weekly chart of the US bonds. There will be a point here where the US bonds get affected by Bitcoin. And I think, now, it won't be a giant move, but it will be a move enough to be put in the media. And I think the government is going to wake up. And they're going to go, wait a minute, you guys have been Trojan horsing us the whole time. It's a Trojan horse. That's what I think is going to happen. And then they're going to have this switch, and then they're going to start doing stuff in the background. That's what I think is going to happen. And that might even be, when that's happening, that's when I'll be saying, and that, my friends, is why the ETHBTC might actually flip Bitcoin, and it's going to go to 0.10 plus, okay, over the future. It'll be this critical moment. I don't know when it's going to happen. But you got to remember, man, what's the US bonds, friends? It's just literally US government paper. So if you're borrowing their paper and just coming to get Biddy Coin, it's interesting, isn't it, to think about. They will do that. Yeah, there will be, I think, a big country or government or something out here that will be selling US government bonds to do that. And why is that going to be important? See, that's the Bitcoiner's wet dream, but it's not going to happen. Because what happens is when they do that, friends, remember, the cost of government borrowing goes up. It gets worse for them. It means it's harder for them to sell their bonds. Because they go, whoa, you're telling me this Trojan Horse thing is affecting the demand for our freaking bonds that we supply to the world? That's our income. The bonds is pretty much how America keeps itself running. It sells bonds to the world, or the countries have to buy it, and then they use the money to go splurge. That's what you get when you're the world reserve currency. So if you start to threaten that, oh my gosh. What do you think? That's funny. These people... Man, friends, I love Bitcoin, okay? I literally have a buy Bitcoin sign. I'm just telling you, you guys are smoking crack. Do you honestly think the guys with the UFO tech who can bend space-time, who literally took out their own president with a bullet to the back of the head, okay? You honestly think they are going to let you come in and Trojan horse use without the biggest fight of all time? Come on, man. Wake up to yourselves. And look, Bitcoin's still going to win. Okay, because of game theory. But it's not going to be like, oh, don't worry, we're definitely going to win. Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you as everything's capitulating hard. And I'm telling you, don't worry, we're going to win over the next 4 to 10 years. You know what I mean? You know how bad that bear market was we've been through. So I want to provide that insight for you before we go and dive into other things out here. So we just keep this rational mindset. See, the fundamentals still check out, bro. Altcoin's going to crush it. Here's others BTC, friends. It's kind of funny. We've now flipped back to green. That's actually nice to see. Flippy back to green. Easy Japanesey. Where is the Ethereum price chart? It's still at 2,600. We're waiting for 3,800. Remember, six touch points. It would be beautiful. As far as I'm concerned, friends, PulseChain wins even at 7,200. But if Ethereum gets to this 13 to 14K, I think, oh wow, now we're looking at the juice. And what does juice mean? I don't know. It could be pDAI towards that fable $1. Could be. We'll see. Now, the PulseChain core coin prices still haven't done much. This is the core coins. PulseX, Inc, Hex. pDAI obviously started rocketing up. It did like 50% in a day, which is beautiful. Sir Ivan the Great is still fading it, which is, thank you. I mean, I appreciate that. That's exactly what I kind of want to see as well. Because I know he likes to buy high. So if he still doesn't want to touch it here, Sir Ivan, I know Ivan wants to just see it hit this critical moment. When Ivan's in, you know, hey, yes, it's time to break the high, because he's very good at picking the momentum shift. Okay, but he doesn't buy low like your friend Simon. You know, so I did examples here. By the time pDAI is up 15x, he's getting in for another 2 to 3. That's the type of stuff he plays for. Everybody has their own style, because it's tough, friends. Friends, even Arthur Hayes, billionaire, and Crypto Kobe, also billionaire from crypto, they do not like fading the crowd like me to the extent of what I do. Arthur just does his short-term trade stuff, but they don't like buying depression. What I actually do, I had no idea. I thought everyone's built for this. No, not even them. They literally said I remember even Kobe really, he even said instead of fading this depression part, this was in 2022 bear market when Bitcoin was 15 to 20K, he would rather buy it up, pay up at 40K. Yeah, and I was like, whoa, man. They're like, yeah. They when it was 20K, they'd rather buy it at 40 than touch it there. That's how intense it was. The PulseX buy and burn is still 7.14%. Hopefully it starts to tick up soon. So the fundamentals are still going to be cranking. Now, checking out the pDAI price chart, we have now officially, we have gone into level 1, which is Cattie. Cattie kills pDAI, commits homicide. Then the next one is Richard Hart spits on pDAI. And then level 3 is Maria Glitter Pants denies pDAI. Okay, so we've cleared level 1. And yeah, for everyone, look, I just want to share with you, I get told a lot by a few people. I see it on their streams as well. This is PulseChain KOLs. They say, he's talking, by the way, when did I say it? At the lows. Yeah, they said, Sommy's talking about it too much. We're so sick of it. We don't like it. Just get over it. Just admit you're wrong. I keep hearing that. And I shake my head and I'm like, wow, it's that easy, huh? Because I know you're a pleb and you don't know what you're doing. So I just got to take the other opposite side of you. So what now? If you bought it on the freaking gravestone emoji, you're up 13 times your money. PulseChain's literally done nothing in that time. 13 times your money to buy a gravestone emoji. Again, what happens if it gets back to a cent? If it gets back to a cent, where would the gravestone emoji buying give you? 38 times your money. Well, you think you're too good for 38x? Stop making it so easy for me. I do love and appreciate every single one of you. I get it. Not everyone is ready for the highest value content in crypto. By the way, right, are you not in PulseChain? The founder's Richard Hart. You know he made his whole reputation by telling people to buy dips, right? Like he's literally the only guy in crypto who said volatility's in the game, the price dips, crypto crashes, dip should be bought, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Literally the guy made his whole reputation on that and bragged about it over and over and over again. And then you're faced with a dip. No, I don't like it. Why? Because Richard's public Twitter doesn't like it. Friends, you know how smart he is? I don't think you understand actually how smart he is. Okay. He thinks in 3D, 4D perspectives. You know that? You know his public Twitter is for a certain audience. Do you know that? Richard, do you know that? Well, I know that. He made, when you talk about the risk diode, do you know what the risk diode is, friends? You think about what it is. The risk diode is, okay, he doesn't want to say certain words to send people to scams. He will only talk vaguely about something so that people in the scam know that they're in it, and people who don't know what he's talking about don't get affected. Okay? That's how he's thinking. Now apply that to his public Twitter. His public Twitter is using certain words and communicating a certain way because he has an objective for it. If you want diehard believers in a coin, but your public Twitter has a lot of non-believer Jeets who are following just because of you, and you can identify it, then the last thing you want to do is publicly talk about the coin that you don't want weak hands to get in. That's the last thing you're going to do. You'll never do that. You just leave it up to the believers because that's exactly what you want, is a believer's cycle. So once you understand this, friends, you'll see that everyone who says Richard's a narcissist and he's got a big ego and stuff, totally wrong. Literally totally wrong. No, he doesn't. Literally doesn't. Which is interesting, right? Because if I show you the Gucci suits, see, this is our information asymmetry, right? When you see this, right? When you see these twerking and this stuff out here, you probably think, oh, this guy's narcissist and obsessed with himself. No, he's not. He's actually not, okay? He's literally just 200 IQ playing chess with plebs who don't know what they're doing, and they're all speculating on what that is, and they have no idea. He's literally playing chess, and everybody's playing checkers. So that is my information asymmetry. By the way, the whole chain can go to zero. PulseChain can go to zero. Hex can go to zero. Everything can get abandoned. pDAI can go to zero for the third time and stay there. Okay, you know the risks. Just this is my information asymmetry. Now that I have discovered, okay, over time, he's actually none of those things. He's just playing a game that you've never seen anybody play before. I didn't even know you could play games like that, by the way, right? It's just raised the odds in my head that I'm on the right path. You know, friends, if you want to keep wealth, you diversify. Okay, but if you're not wealthy, what do? You got to concentrate your risk. You have to concentrate, and then you watch it very closely. This is watching it very closely. There will be stories and books and movies made about this. Let's crack on with some news, friends. So PUI, so SUI, Raoul Pal, friends, you know Raoul, our friends, Raoul Pal he said 70% of his entire net worth is in Sui. And it used to be Solana, and he's rotated. And people don't understand what he's talking about. He literally, friends, it's funny. He used the ratio, which I'll just show you now. And I'll just bring it here. It's Sui over Sol. All right, I just made the Sui to Sol ratio. And I think what he's done is he put it on a log chart. That's what he did. He put it on a log chart, and he's drawn this line. And he likes how it's done this. He likes this price action out here. But what I don't trade off this, you know, price action, friends. I actually, oh wow, it's actually red super trend. I didn't know that. Oh crap. Raoul. Yeah, geez. Okay. Raoul, it's a red. Okay. So sorry, I just got speechless there because I was. Oh shit. I hope it's all right for him. Oh crap. So okay, what's going? I've had friends. This peanut brain. This is not meant to be happening, sir. So what I've done is I've put my super trend, right? But I use a weekly. It's very, very long. So when it's green, you're going with the trend, right? You're like, okay, green, but it's actually flipped red. And it was so close to flipping green, but it never actually flipped green. And now that they've had their hack here, I hope this thing does flip green and then everything's okay. But like, I'm just like, if this does go down, then it's going to be, yes, poop for him. So please don't do altcoin to altcoin ratio stuff. Don't do them. We do super special cases. pDAI pulse ratio, cool. Okay, because they're within the same ecosystem. Don't do cross altcoin stuff. Do not do that. Most of the time, you'll see they all correlate with each other up and down anyway, and there's no edge anyway. You don't want to, because you're just swapping from risk on to risk on. Okay, which is no point. So if you're going to swap out of something, you probably want to be from the altcoin into the USD or into, say, BTC or ETH, right? If you want to do something. I hope it works out, rah. Jeez. And yeah, Vince, he does admit as well, he's on the foundation as well. They give him a lot of tokens, but he said that's not his main reason for being bullish. He goes, because they have big minds. But look, pWBTC it's a layer one and it's a new coin, first cycle. So there's no cult, bro. You know what I mean? And so they got hacked, friends. They got hacked. That's why I wanted to show you this. So they got hacked and they lost, there's $230 million compromised. The hackers stole, so actually they're negotiating right now as we speak. They stole USDC, and I think they said they've frozen 160 million of that 220 million, but the pWBTC Foundation is begging them on chain to give it back. They said, we'll negotiate with you. You can keep some of the ETH or something. Yeah, there are some heartfelt messages. There was one person who left a message, said, please, Mr. Hacker, can you get the money? There was this protocol called Cetus, C-E, like fetus, C-E-T-U-S. And they're the ones, they got hacked. It's kind of funny. As soon as they got hacked, they go, don't worry, just an Oracle issue. Everything's fine. And then we're like, no, all the money's actually gone. And then like everything's down 99%. So I'm not joking. That's exactly how it happened. Everyone's like, don't worry, we got our own Oracle. Cool. We got the best Oracle in the world. Like, bro, it's not. It ain't your Oracle, dude. It's literally hacked. Oh, man. Everyone's like, nothing can go wrong. So friendly reminder in crypto, don't use these DeFi protocols, friends. Just please, for the love of God, don't. Please just be careful, man. Just don't do them. But I know in DeFi, everyone's going to do them. So use the hardware wallet. Just don't do them. Why are you even there, dude? Why are you in crypto? You're not in crypto for this shitty yield. You're in here because everything can go to zero. Okay, if everything's going to go to zero, what's your upside? If you're earning yield, what's your upside? 7%. So you're risking 100 units to make 7. If you keep doing that, you're going to lose. It's like betting on the favorite every time against the bookie, right? You're eventually going to get crushed. The favorite's going to win. Oh, like, some famous tennis player is going to win. Is it paying $1.03 every single time? And then the time he put 10 grand, yeah, it's going to be that 1% chance he loses to like rank 2 or whatever, okay? So you're in crypto because it's risky. You're in crypto because it's a network effect that's growing. Yeah, it's highly volatile. You want it to be highly volatile to the upside. So handing out yield like that is low volatility on the upside. Hopefully it gets resolved soon. But yeah, where's pWBTC? Where's your cult, bro? Now, interesting enough as well, friends, pWBTC, their price is still strong. They have a very, very, very strong chart. I think I saw blockchain backer. There's some giant fib extension for pWBTC. Might go to like $12 or something in the actual bull market. I forgot in the actual part. Maybe it goes all the way to the higher one, something up here. I don't know. It's just 3 to 4x from here. So it's still a very, very, very strong chart. I mean, think about this. It's like, 30% towards the top. Yeah, so this is pretty much it going. For a hack and stuff, I guess it's holding up very, very, very well. It is one of the leaders and stuff out here. But also, friends, like Raoul Pal has 1 million followers. And he's got every macro hedge fund guy in the world watching him. Right? So is pWBTC tech amazing and is going to last, or is their networking with the people they onboarded good, right? So in crypto, it doesn't even really matter. Honestly, it doesn't even matter. You're here playing for a bull market anyway, right? But man, in crypto, like you got to buy stuff that you think people are going to hold it for the next 5 years. Because look what's just happened in the past bear market we just went through, right? It's gone longer than expected. But it is what it is. Rocco Negro now hold 643,000 BTC. Let's crank it for them. And it's kind of funny. Everyone says, no, it's not Blackrock's BTC. It's our BTC. All right, Habib, try withdraw it. Go on. Put it in your hardware wallet. Can you? No, you can't. Shut up. It's Blackrock's. Okay. OKEx have launched its own Bitcoin called xBTC. So this is just, I can't believe how, Richard, how the truck did you do a PulseChain Bitcoin and a PulseChain DAI, and now 4 years freaking later, the world is doing their own stablecoin like the DAI and their own wrapped Bitcoin. There's Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin. Now there's literally OKEx have launched it. How did he did this, friends? He literally we were here, bro. He was thinking of this in 2021. We were thinking about dogs and coins still going up and DeFi 1.0. That's what we were all thinking about. And there's JPEGs going around, and he was, I can't believe this, dude. You know, we're never going to see this again. I'm serious. We're never going to see this again. But I can't say never, because I did not think after Hex he would be able to pull out an equal rabbit in the hat again. This is, wow, man. This is, I can't believe this, dude. Just to show you again, friends, what he's done. He's probably got the, I know he's probably got, now he's got a probably even bigger head just watching this. I can't believe what I just saw. Like, I'm going to leave this on one of my saved charts. Bro, how did you do, friends, this is visually what it looks like. Bro, he's literally, and what we're going to do live is I'm going to add the people's Bitcoin as well. An even more scarce Bitcoin. You understand how funny he is, by the way. So they're all doing one-to-one backed coins. And then Richard's like, you know what? Looks like a waste of time. And people don't actually want that. And you're probably thinking, no, that's impossible, dude. They want their stuff to be backed at the start, and they want this and they want that. And Richard's like, listen here, man. Okay, I made a coin go 10,000x. Let me tell you what people want. They want to buy something low. They want to join a cult. They want to cheer the prices going up. They want to get the whole dopamine experience, and then they're locked in forever, and now they're never going to leave, and then they're going to go tell all their friends and family to get in, and the network effect grows, okay? So don't tell me how to run a coin. That's exactly what he would be saying, friends, to literally every single person, and no one would believe him until we get the conclusion of how high pDAI and pWBTC go. Friends, this is funny, dude. He's literally, how are you thinking about, how did this happen? We were all, friend, I'm still speechless, bro. Like 4 years ahead. That's not human. You do see the future. That doesn't make sense, bro. 4 years? Come on, man. My friends, he might be like an alien freak or something. This is not normal. You hear me studying my words. I'm just looking, like, bro, you can't do that. This is, I'm not even joking. He's literally next to the visionary top tier list, okay? First comes, you have literally Satoshi, Vitalik. You have to put Richard there. If this happens, but so if pDAI does get to $1, if pWBTC does get to the Rocco Negro one, he's up there. That's it. He's literally up there. And the best part is, he's the best at communicating. So like, he will trigger more people. Satoshi's not here to talk to anybody. Vitalik just drinks soy and doesn't like, Vitalik's very neutral, but Richard will be like, I'm better than you. And it just literally just riles everyone up. It just says that, which works for us because you just show the price chart. So isn't it nice to know there's a plan and it's not just random? It is nice. By the way, it can all go to zero. They're unbacked, bro. I can't wait for the mid-curvers in DeFi to see what the hell's going on. I can't wait. Because, friends, I know they're watching. I know you're all watching, you cucks. I know you're all watching, all right? Your brain's not ready for pDAI to get to 10 cents, okay? You can't even compute that. Forget $1. Forget $1. Your brain's not even ready, okay? Once it does, oh, man, it's going to be cracker. Remember, friends, we already saw the crypto dog. He has like 500,000 followers on Twitter. Never spoke about Richard Hart. Started speaking about the P tokens. That happened 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And then we saw Jason AI Williams, another Bitcoin billionaire, maybe has like 10,000 BTC. He has like 250,000 followers. He called Richard Hart one of the smartest dudes in crypto, and it wasn't a troll. So slowly, friends, that's 2 big accounts. The rest will follow. When will they follow? When the price goes up, okay? I would consider them 2 very smart. I would, because I'm like, oh, the price ain't really that up, but you're seeing some value here. They probably came across my videos. They're probably watching now. Hello, friends. Now, I know the news you've all been waiting for. FIFA have announced that they're launching their own layer 1 chain on Avalanche. And some people say it will be quite the chain. So FIFA announcing its own L1 chain. Probably they'll put their own NFTs and stuff out here. Maybe put their own games. That'll be big. Imagine that. Now they have their own chain. It makes so much sense for them because they release all the FIFA games. Now you just keep your trophies and you like build up everything, and then they can make a marketplace of rarity stuff, and you can trade things out here. That's what crypto lets you do, friends. When you make your own chain, if you're a game, right? You have your own game economy for like the next 20 years, and then there's a marketplace, just like World of Warcraft, for example. But you own it, like or basically it never gets deleted. It's staying on the server, and everybody can publicly see it. And you can, and that, basically they can use that. They can basically copy paste the tech from like the rest of crypto stuff and just use their own NFT marketplace things, and people can bid and trade on them. I'm almost sure, friends, you and we're going to read about a story in the next 5 or 10 years where some kid, like, you know, he's playing a game. He got like a super rare item, and then he sold it on the market for like, you know, 20,000 or something. And then he used that and like, I don't know, he invested it somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, and just changed his life. Okay, and it's because he got a super rare item in a game and using it on the blockchain. Also, friends, more Kraken news. The US House has passed Trump's sweeping tax bill to add $3.8 trillion to the national debt, slashing benefits, expands tax breaks, and now heads to Senate. So this is wonderful. They just raise the debt ceiling. This is what happens every time. Nothing new here. Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy is going to sell $2 billion of 10% preferred stock to fund more Biddy Coin purchases. So, Michael Saylor, friends, why am I forever in debt to that man? Okay, not Richard Hart style, but more like, thank you, like an ode to Michael Saylor. It's because whilst I and Richard are teaching people to buy the dips, yes, and sell tops, Michael Saylor is saying, buy the top and then buy the top again and be proud of it. You know what? By the way, what works? Okay, buy the dip, sell the top. Okay, sweet. What's everybody enjoying doing? Buying the top. So they've literally just undone all my hard work. They're like, he literally brags, I'll be buying the top forever. His average price is almost 70,000. It's 69,750. We've been watching for this, right? I just got a feeling once it hits above 100K, you know, might be spicy there, and you know, it might even accelerate. So we'll see. Just in as well, friends, Crackhead, so Kraken Exchange are going to launch 50 tokenized stocks and ETFs, including Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, and enable 24/7 trading outside the US of A. So I'm just going to tell you now, okay? Stay away from stocks. Stay away from everything else. Don't trade anything. Don't do anything, friends. Leave that stuff for me. I swing trade that stuff. Don't touch it. Trust me, it's a waste of time. You have no edge, okay? You have no edge in oil. You have no edge in stocks. Don't touch Tesla because you like Elon Musk. You know, maybe he's going to get back with Tiffany Fong or whatever. Trust me, don't touch him. You will lose money. You will blow a lot of money. You'll blow a lot of time, okay? They are all garbage. Crypto is the future. Okay, crypto is the future. Crypto is the way. And even if you don't like it as the future, our growth rates are 100% per year. Their growth rates are like 15 to 20 max if you're in the best ones. And by the way, you don't even know if it's going to continue. Okay, we're literally crushing it. And obviously crypto you might get like, you know, 800% gain altcoins in the next 12 months as well. So compare 800% to like 20%, not even close. Okay, not even the same solar system. Don't try to trade other stuff. Don't move to other stuff. Okay, this is like, I can't tell you, every single person who trades, okay, we all have this thing where at one point we just get a bit bored and then we try something new and then we get our ass handed to us every single time. If you're a short-term dude, you start doing long-term, you get smashed in that. I remember when I was trading bonds, I'm like, oh, let me go to the short-term bills and hold this spread. I remember I was like caught offside. I couldn't sleep for like literally 12 weeks just waiting to get out of this shitty position. I just put on too much size and it took so long to get out. I was like, but you understand, like I had this stress as well, man, because you could wake up overnight and then there could have been like a terrorist attack somewhere and they just snap overnight and that's it. You're pretty much blown out. So, man, just don't touch this stuff. Just don't. Stay in crypto. It's the best. Latest news as well. Braza Group launch USDB, a USD peg stablecoin on XRP Ledger, backed by US and Brazilian bonds to enable fast, stable transfers. Stablecoin SuperCycle. Once again, feeding into the pDAI narrative. Stablecoin SuperCycle. Okay. Look, man. Whether you think it's smart or dumb, I don't give a shit. I know what the people want. Richard knows what the people want. They want to buy a stablecoin that can pump. He made one for them. I got a stablecoin for you that pumps. Wow, that's crazy. pDAI, huh? Bitwise CIO Matt Hogan says that the Genius Act advancement, he said that it could trigger a multi-year crypto rally. He goes, it will boost Ethereum, Soy, Unisoy, and Aave. And I have added the truth. Why those tokens? Because they are all government friendly. Okay, and I've added PulseChain pDAI is the answer. There is no blacklist function, just to remind everybody out here. But it once again adds to, remember the Genius Act, it's more like Evil Genius Act. They want to remove yield handouts for stablecoins, and they want you to only have stablecoins issued by an official bank. Okay, so they can go suck a fat one. The SafeMoon CEO, Braden Caroni, he's been found guilty of securities fraud, wire fraud, money laundering, faces 45 years in prison. Now, friends, I did a spicy tweet. I might have to make another video on it. I just want to give you a lesson on life and personal responsibility. So this is the guy, okay? I don't know what he did, but it's crypto, man, okay? I see people in the comment section for that saying they want to put him in jail. They said, I lost my life savings in SafeMoon. Bro, shut up. Just shut up and sit down. Stop being a little bitch. You bought a token shielded by Dave freaking Portsoy in Dogecoin Mania. The token does nothing. Yeah? Every token went down. Don't come out here saying, now you want to go arrest people. If you made money, were you going to give 90% of your profits to charity? No? Okay, shut up. You're going to keep it for yourself. Probably buy a watch anyway. Most people. I hate seeing weakness. It kills me inside. Who are you, bro? What type of person were you raised? Oh, let's go complain, everybody. It's crypto, bro. You can't turn it off. Do you know that? So don't hang around these types of people, okay? Don't hang around these types of people, friends. They will bring you down, and then you'll think every time something bad happens to you, you'll think the answer is to go after the person instead of improve yourself, learn not to get scammed next time, learn to know what's actually a good investment and not, know how crypto works. You could go all these avenues to level up. Instead, you want to drink soy. This is a soy-free zone. You drink soy, I'm playing with my Game Boy. Hours before Donald Trump's private crypto dinner, Republican Maxine Waters introduces the Stop Trump in Crypto Act to block the president and his family from profiting of digital assets while in office. I want the president to make money in crypto. I am long crypto. I want the bags to pump. Let him profit off it. And by the way, is Maxine Waters, is she that anti-crypto hoe bag? Let's see her. Is she that bag of sand? Yes, she is. She's that bag of sand. Would absolutely not go there. Yeah, I mean, like with friends, with a couple of beers and, it's Saturday, 3 a.m. You got a nice plastic bag over her head. Anything's possible. But for the most part, I would not go there before 7 o'clock. So they're all anti-crypto, Democrats. You can't stop them anyway. You know that? You know that US government? You literally can't stop them anyway. Because you don't know who has generated a seed phrase. You don't know who's got access to her account. So we need a lot of progression in that area if they want to stop that. And by the way, she did not stop the Nancy Pelosi in stock market act. Can we find out which indicators Nancy Pelosi is using? Because she is literally crushing Warren Buffett. I'd like to know. I wonder if she's an RSI kind of girl. Probably trading bullish divergences. The US government has said they're going to stop circulating new pennies by early 2026. You know why I put that there? I should actually put that first for the news. That's the only thing retailer normies need to read, and they go, oh, crypto's the future. Yeah, that's it. I go, you know, the government is literally, they're not going to print any more pennies forever. Pennies are gone now. They're literally stopping the pennies. You know what comes next after the pennies? Whatever comes next. I don't know what you guys call it in America. And the quarters and the tokens. What do you call them? The 10 cent and 50 cent. I don't even know anymore. It's all poop anyway. The inflation's pretty much ruined it. So we're seeing this step by step. And then we're going to move into our bag pump. Also, shout out to my friend, Mr. Hillbilly. This is awesome, sir. So Hillbilly, he's got, I remember watching this. I watched this Raoul Pal video. Oh man, Raoul, friends, just check this out. Can you zoom in? Do you see it? Oh man, Raoul looks like, my gosh. Raoul, bro, when we said red pill or blue pill, bro, this guy took both pills. Hey, does your wife know you haven't been home in 3 days? Oh man, I love you. Let's actually see what Raoul's got to say. I wish I could just pause the video. But also remember, I don't know if you guys watch Simpsons. There's that episode where they do rock bottom, where Homer gets accused of touching the girl's ass, but he's just grabbing candy off her ass, and then they zoom into his head. Oh man, let's go.
DickWifButt is another one. You're either an OG and understand it, or you don't. They're so important to the space. Everybody's got a dick, but you like dick, but you like dick, but you like. Everybody's got a dick, but you like. You get this space.
So, DickWifButt, friends, just to let you know, remember, because I did all these. We have a DickWifButt on PulseChain, DWB, as you all know, right? DWB is a ticker, DickWifButt. Okay, now it is older than Bitcoin. It's a meme. It was created in like 2006. It's like the OG Reddit meme. It's like why it's so funny. We want to know why. By the way, Richard Hart likes it. Richard Hart replied to Elon Musk with a literal just spinning dick butt. Okay, he literally replied with it. Why it's cute. You want to know just why? It looks like a Pokemon. It's like a human interpretation of a Pokemon, and it's just made from our genitals. All right. So the thing is, though, there's one on Coinbase, and they're trying to make NFTs and stuff out here. So we'll see. Obviously, they're like, the way you see it, everything's got a city, right? They're all chains, and they have their own little statues. Okay, like little, you know, like there's a casino in every city, right? In a lot of cities, like there's Macau, and there's like Las Vegas has their own casinos, and they have their own little statues. Yeah, but they're not the same, even though they can make a replica and stuff out here. So that's another way to look at it. Also, shout out to my friend Aaron. We're being very skeptical of this PWBTC hack. I think this one's legit though, but it's funny. This is what you should always assume, friends. Hey, Soy, are they dumping in the background? What do you think they're doing, brother? They've already dumped $1 million. That is most cases. Once you see a hack, it was intended just so they can dump and get rid of it. Like there's one of the LA Vape Cabal guys. What's his name? Frank, the Indian dude, Frank. He did a fake hack on his public account to liquidate everything, and now he's moving to Dubai where there's no taxes. So he's literally that's what people are doing. So they're doing a hack. They're saying, I've lost all my money. I've lost all my money. My life is ruined. The money's gone somewhere. Then they go move to Dubai. Then when they're in Dubai, they get an account. They send it to the exchange over there, and they just sell it, and they go, hey, I made money here, and they're only paying whatever 0% tax or 5% business tax or whatever. That seems to be a common strategy out here. So I've actually seen, friends, a couple of countries, you know, not just America, maybe UK, maybe Australia. Politicians, they know about this. So they're now, I'm glad this thing has been happening, by the way, because now these countries, they're thinking about, should we just make like Bitcoin as money and not tax it? Because people are just going to keep doing that. and we're not going to get any tax at all. We're just going to keep losing all the crypto wealth over the next. So if you don't do this policy change over the next 10 years, guess what, bro? I'm about to get hacked. I'm about to get hacked to the shit house in a year and a half, and I'm going to fly to Dubai for literally 6 months. Do you know what I mean? That every single person's going to do that. I mean, like, it's huge. Like, if you make, who's not going to do that, by the way? If you make $1 million, okay, you say, oh, I got hacked, okay, because if you don't get hacked, you got to pay the government like 300 to 400,000. But if you just say you got hacked and you do a fake hack, you put another account, go to Dubai, live there for 6 months, you literally now get an extra $300,000 to $400,000 that you never would have had living in your country. So obviously, roll this forward with like hundreds of millions of dollars for the next 10 years. Every person's going to do it. Now, imagine someone hits like $1 billion as well. Oh no, I got hacked, guys. See us going to Dubai. So yeah, they're going to have to change, man. You can't. it's kind of funny. I know, friends. By the way, I know people who are doing this like literally right now, right now. So salutations to all. Like and subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.